So this here is my rather crude refrigerant recovery pump, and so what I'm going to do is just remove all the refrigerant from this experiment here, and it's getting compressed into here. So I haven't actually tested it yet, so I'm going to switch on just now. That's the suction there, and that's the discharge. So I'll switch on the, I'll actually switch on this refrigeration system as well, and we'll see what happens as I suck the gas out. No, I'm not bothered, because I'm thinking that probably that'll quite a lot of it will stay as a liquid inside there, because I think that's what's happening the last time. So it's probably better just to remove it just now. So that's about under 30 psi. That's the pressure of the propane inside this. So I need to open this. Now we're recovering the propane. And we'll just let that run for about a minute or so, until the arrow on the gauge just gets down to a little white mark, maybe below that. So I think that's us pretty much done. It's gone down a bit into vacuum now. This is actually a gauge that I made myself. It's reasonably accurate. I sort of calibrated it against another gauge, and I just increased air pressure into it, and then I just wrote the markings on. It doesn't seem to be cooling down very much at all, so we've got a good amount of the refrigerant out anyway. And this is basically just transferring propane, that's all it is. Say you've got like if you're in a rural area and you have a massive bulk tank which is used to heat your house, and you want to transfer some from that, but you don't have a liquid offtake, you could use a setup like this, because as the vapour gets compressed, it just liquefies. I was experimenting with that earlier. I had, as long as the vessel that you're compressing it into stays reasonably cool, it should work no problem. I had it sitting in a cold bucket of water, and it worked quite well. So to prevent air from getting into this pump, what I do is I close this valve here off. As a safety feature, I don't have a valve on the discharge side, just in case I was to switch it on, and if there's a valve, or I was to actually put the core in the refrigeration access bit there, then it might explode. Well, this part might, or just destroy the compressor. So that's just a safety feature. Unfortunately, it does mean that some propane escapes when you take this off. I have put the core in on here though, so there's actually a check valve in there that prevents anything from coming out, and I've also got the valve core inside there, and the valve core is just one of these that just actually go inside the end of the access valve. And probably as another safety feature, what I'll do is, oh dear, that's not very good. Anyway, as another safety feature, that was unsafe there, I'll just somehow make an adapter and have an access valve with a core on the output, because this is where the vapour can come out. So if I put a valve on there, an access valve, and then that'll give me an extra layer of safety, so I'll not actually be able to get anything out of this bottle unless I connect a service hose to it. Right, and and I'll just take this off as quickly as I can, just to prevent air from getting in here. Well, I think that's inevitable anyway, because I'm going to take it apart and change the position of this coil so I can actually maybe make it larger, or have it sitting inside a liquid that I can cool, because the way it's sitting just now, it's originally as a dehumidifier idea, but really the coil's too small to have any reasonable effect, so it's pretty much useless just now until I get into liquid. And I need to do more work on this tank, so I'm transferring the propane back from this one into here. And that's liquid propane inside there. I should really be using stronger tubes, but these seem to be holding out just fine just now. Pressure in this tank's is close to 100 psi now, and that's because it's probably not sitting in cold water like the other one was. This one's covered in ice, well, frost, so it should be empty soon. It's better than burning it or just venting it into the air.